Hello, everybody, and welcome to Andrew Discusses, a very special episode of Andrew Discusses, where I'm talking about a subject that has been suddenly reemerged after 13 years. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one, isn't it? But I digress. Welcome to Andrew Discusses, the video series where I talk about something interesting that I find throughout the internet and hope we can get a dialogue going and a full-on discussion between you, me, and everybody else to show all of our points, views, and opinions. Because, you know, that's how things work here. And I'm still working on the intro title, so bite me. Anyway, what am I talking about today? Believe it or not, this is a Power Rangers related video. So if you're not a fan of Power Rangers or you're tired of hearing this topic because it's in the title, click off. I appreciate your view. Thank you so much. For those of you that have stuck around, let's dive into this. So, as many of you know, recently Samuell Benta, who played Will, the Black Overdrive Ranger in Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, came out via a video explaining that he did not steal the banner he was accused of stealing back at 2007's PowerMorphicon. Now, I was made aware of this theft issue via Linkara's History of Power Rangers Operation Overdrive Part 4. And yeah, I can understand why, because I've seen Linkara's his Twitter page, and a lot of people were like, well, did you see this yet? I even said it to him myself, and I promptly deleted, I think, the one that I sent him, because I'm like, yeah, what were your thoughts on this? He already put up a thing explaining his thoughts. He's digging more into it because he swears that he can remember a interview where Benta was asked about this and some other information, and he'll probably change the history of Power Rangers if it's proven. Which he goes, I should have never made the slip of the tongue in the first place. No, actually, you were right to do so. Whether or not it's truthful or not, whether or not the information is 100% accurate, it was still an implied thing at the time. You yourself are not in any, at least I don't think you're in any harm's way. But basically, here's the gist of it. So from what I've gathered, PowerMorphicon 2007, Benta, there was apparently a charity thing that was going to be going on, and a lot of the actors were signing banners that were going to be auctioned off for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And apparently, as the rumor goes, or as the story goes, I should say, not really much of a rumor, but as the story goes, Benta got a hold of one of the banners, went around, had people sign it, and then promptly disappeared with it. Just like vanished. Thanos snapped himself out of existence. And apparently he stole from kids. That was the whole gist of this. So for years, it's radio silence. Apparently there was a thing where he had made a comment and said, yes, I do have the banner. And now this, 13 years after the fact, where he put up a video explaining that, you know, I did not do it. I did not steal the banner. Here's what happened on that day, and giving this story about how he offered to help the promoter go around and get signatures in the green room with some of the higher up actors, because he was going to be in front of them anyway, and figured, hey, I can go get their signatures for you, not a problem. And he's going on about how, because he was wanting to talk with Paul Schneider and Austin St. John, who played Bulk and Jason respectively, and he's like, I could get in there, I could get some autographs for you, really make this thing good. I knew this was for charity. He goes, he puts the banner down, turns around, because he wanted to go and ask, hey, you guys want to go get drinks or something, because he wanted to hear about their experience and talk about stuff with them. He turns around and the banner's gone. He goes, so either one of two things happened, in his words. He's saying that either the promoter came around, saw the banner, and took the banner back, or, and I love how he instantly just jumps to this part, a fan took it. Because apparently in this green room, some fans were in there. That was a little weird because fans aren't usually allowed in there, according to him. And it's a little weird that fans were in there, and he thinks one of the fans took it, and he's being blamed for it. He denounced the video that shows him walking. Apparently Austin St. John was doing a little television interview or video interview, and there's a clip of him walking with the banner, or with a banner, and he goes, yes, I had the banner. That was before the green room incident, and I was going to get it signed by everybody at the green room. but I don't know what's. But basically, that's his side of the story, and then there's the actual, what we've been hearing for the last 13 years. So what bothers me, I want to say about this is that, for starters, if you were innocent, why wait 13 years? Because he goes that he was hurt because the fans don't believe him. He's banned from PowerMorphicon. He's hurt. He's enraged a bit. He's a little mad, but he's hurt. He feels heartbroken that the fans just jumped to conclusions and didn't get all the facts before they jumped to the conclusions, that they never asked him if he stole the banner. To which I want to offer up this little bit of an insight. You're going to ask, and I mean no disrespect to the man or anything else, but let's say hypothetical scenario here. You're going to ask a killer, did you kill this person? And they're holding the weapon that they used, and the body's right at their foot. And you're going to ask them, did you do that? They're going to look at you and go, no. An innocent person is going to look at you and go, no. And a guilty person is going to look at you and go, no. No offense. That's the prime example I can use here. Or you're like a little kid. You just got caught with your hand in the cookie jar, and your parents are asking, did you take that cookie? You're holding the cookie in your hand. No. If you're innocent and go, no, I didn't take the cookie, I found it sitting here on the counter and I was going to put it back in the jar, then explain that. But either way, you're still going to say no, whether you're guilty or innocent. But the fact that it took 13 years for him to come out and say, oh, no, I'm innocent. I am innocent of these charges. I did not do it. I did not take the banner. It boggles my mind, I want to say, because it's almost like, okay, it's been 13 years. I can understand maybe a year or two, maybe 3 at the most. Then you come out and say, no, here's what happened. I'm not guilty of this. 13 years you wait. 13 years to bring this out. 13 years where people have been speculating this. I mean, your name's mud to begin with now at this point. You know this. You're banned from PowerMorphicon. He's addressing that, saying, it's really hurtful because I'm a British Power Ranger actor. It's really hurtful to me how this accusation has gone on for over the years, how rumors spreading has turned into something horrible, and nobody's bothered to get all the evidence before making and jumping to conclusions. Yeah, here's the thing. In regards to how people gather stuff, as much as I love to say you're innocent until proven guilty, you're guilty until proven innocent. It's honestly how it works on the internet here. You're guilty until proven innocent. Information on the internet travels a hell of a lot faster than anything else. So you could easily have said, oh, no, I didn't do it. Okay, explain this clip of you walking. Oh, that's blah, blah, blah. Okay, explain this. Okay, and explain this. And you think a fan took it because? See, like I said, if it would have been, I mean, no offense to the man. I really don't. And I do apologize. I have a bit of a cold. I'm trying to get rid of some chest congestion. I mean, no disrespect to the man, but if you would have came out 10 years ago and said, I didn't do it, I probably would believe you. If you would have came out like 11 years ago, or 12 years ago even, and said, I didn't do it, I probably would believe you. It's been 13 years. I hate to break this to you, but public opinion has been swayed pretty much against you. Well, sorry about that. Public opinion has been pretty much swayed against you. There is no there's no brighter side to this for you. And the fact that you're up and telling everybody, I didn't do it, I'm upset because you people just jumped to conclusions. It was probably a fan. I most assuredly was a fan. It's like, that's the instant thing you come up with, is that it was a fan. First off, yeah, okay, there might have been some fans that might have won a contest to do a meet and greet with them in the green room. If that's the case, they would have had a list of those people, and they could have easily, if you would have came out with this 10 years ago, they could have went to ask those people, because something like that, they would have to have a security thing for. because they would have had to have given them a badge to get in there, the same badge that they would have given the rest of you actors to go in there. You know, you would have got a badge or a key card or something that says that you're supposed to be there, like a visitor pass or something that says you're allowed to be there. So first off, it was a fan, there was a bunch of fans in there. That's bullshit. And if there were fans in there, then if you would have came out with this 10 years ago and not sat on it for 10 years, then they could have looked into that and said, okay, we got to talk to some of those fans, and they would have done that. You know, cops are not as, you know, dim-witted and idiotic as people often lead them to be. There are a majority of times when they can solve a crime quite easily, more so than the public gives them credit for. But first off, that I'm throwing bullshit in the wind for. Now, the promoter getting it, I could see that possibility. But then here's the thing. Why didn't the promoter just go, oh, he didn't take the banner, then I got it back in the green room? Because I think the whole story of, oh, I did not, you know, I offered to do this, I think that was a bullshit lie. And it was basically, no, I did take it, it's mine. It's mine now, I did take it, but this is I offered to get, because if that's the case that you offered to do it, then the promoter would have said, oh no, he offered to get it autographed. He didn't, he said he would offer to get it autographed, that all this would happen, and then I went back into the green room later, I saw it sitting there, and I figured, okay, he got everybody to sign it, and I took it. Again, would have been proven and collaborated. Again, 10 years later does not help this. So here we are now, 2020, and that was his big thing, it's 2020 and blah, blah, blah. You sat on this for 10 years. Fans have already made their judgment of you. You have been tried, convicted, and sentenced in the court of the fans as far as we are concerned. It doesn't matter if you suddenly pull it out of thin air and say, look, I found it. I found the person that took it. Your name is mud as far as the fans are concerned. I'm sorry if your career took a hit from this, but you said you've done conventions. He said that in the video. Oh, I was doing like small conventions. I think it's mostly he's pissed because he's not doing PowerMorphicon anymore. It's like he's not at PowerMorphicon. And he wants to go back to PowerMorphicon. And it's not going to happen. He's banned. You're banned. Just get over it. Deal with it. There are people that are banned from a lot of stuff. I guarantee you there's an adult somewhere that is banned from a Chuck E. Cheese. And they're probably quite happy for it. It's probably not for the reason you're thinking. They probably punched the animatronic mouse and that got them a permanent lifetime ban. And they're probably happy about that. So, yeah, I'm just going to come right out and say this. As far as I see this, you coming out 13 years later and trying to set the record straight is not helping. You basically, like I said, you've been tried, convicted, and sentenced in the court of fans. And as far as they're concerned, your ass is grass. Now, whether or not you did it, sure, okay. I can't really say one way or another whether or not I believe you. But the evidence put in front of me is that for 13 years, we have been led to believe that you are guilty of this. I hate to break it to you, but unless something magically appears that would sway my judgment another way, and not some heartfelt term of endearment style speech from you in a YouTube video, isn't going to do it. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, as far as I see it, he did it. And this is him covering his ass because he's tired of the fans getting pissed at him that every time he sees, because he was saying that I'm getting like comments in my YouTube videos about how, oh my God, you stole something. He goes, they hate comments. Dude, you can filter those out. It's not that difficult. You can block the users from commenting that are doing it. You just don't know how to do YouTube. I mean, come on. You can block out certain comments. You can filter them. You can register them as inappropriate, flag them, and YouTube's system will stop them at the gate. Seriously. But then it's like he's complaining that, you know, this is really hurtful to me. I'm really hurt by this. And yeah, okay, I'd be hurt too if somebody would accuse me of something. But here's common nature. and I want to stress this, regardless of how you feel and your upbringing, I guarantee you everybody out there that's listening to this can agree on one thing. Sorry about that again. You can all agree on one thing. If you're accused of something, the first thing you're going to do, you are going to defend yourself. I didn't do it. And then you will proceed to explain why you didn't do it. I guarantee you a person that gets hit, that rear ends a cop car, is going to come out, even if it's a lie, they're going to try to defend what happened. They're going to go, wait, my brakes didn't work, my brakes crapped out, I'm sorry. Or I didn't see you, I wasn't paying attention. Or something, you know, they're going to say something to try to defend themselves. Whether or not it's true or not, we don't know. But it's still, they're going to say something. The fact that you waited 13 years to just come out and say something, first off, tells me that you did it. And this is, I'm really sorry to say it this way, but I feel like you did it, and this is you covering your ass. Because you're just tired of it, you know, harboring a vendetta against you. If that's the case, fine. I get it. If not, look, there is nothing more to say here. There really isn't. I mean, I don't know. What do you all think? Let me know in the comment section below. Let's get a discussion going here. Do you think Samuell Benta stole that banner from PowerMorphicon from PowerMorphicon 2007 that was for the Make-A-Wish Foundation? Or do you think he's innocent and that his side of the story that he's come out with this week, as of this recording on the 26th, where he says that it was possibly either the promoter or a fan that took the banner? Do you believe that, or do you think he did it? Let me know in the comment section below. And let's keep this clean, people, because I do have to police my comments. So let's keep this clean. But until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Discusses.